Greetings and salutations. Today we're going to do a run-through review of the new featured mission, Sunrise. A star is in an unexplored system near the Ferenginar system. Anyway, so let's hail it. Alright.
With the war over, it's time for us to rebuild, to take stock of our situation, and to return to our roots as explorers. We've recently noticed that a star in an unexplored system near Ferenginar has become unstable. There's nothing to indicate any change to its stellar life cycle, so this is a perfect opportunity for us to chart the system, investigate the star, and improve our understanding of what's happening. I want you to head up this investigation. Find out why this star is suddenly dying, and make sure it isn't going to be a threat to any nearby worlds or systems.
Okay. This is the first week of it. There'll be a couple of weeks of rewards, so that's cool. Accept the mission. And we've got to go pick up someone from Deep Space Nine. And just to quickly show you that I'm using my Starfleet engineer, Tim, and I'm using the new free Starship Tier 5U upgraded, and I've unlocked all the masteries on that, and I just need to give him some batteries, and I need to make some more beam batteries. Sorry about that, I'll just quickly do that. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, we'll approach Deep Space Nine, and we just need to beam up a Cardassian scientist lady. This is not my first run through, I've done it twice already on other tunes. Wanted to familiarise myself with it a bit first. Okay, let's beam up the specialist.
Thank you for the pickup. I'm Tenora Zerval. Let's get started. My preliminary observations show some kind of unknown stellar problem. This unexplored system near Ferenginar is undergoing solar death. Basically, it's as if the star is going out suddenly, but there's no good reason why. We need to get close enough to take some readings and see what we can figure out.
Alright then, I see Helm depart from Deep Space Nine. Looks like I wasn't the only person using the new Excelsior retrofit. I'm surprised that everybody isn't using it though. Don't they want to unlock the tier or whatever? Anyway, so now we need to set a course. I've got to make that the default primary enemy. Unexplored system. So yeah, this ship looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I will do a review of it. It's weird. Almost there. This is part of the mission, so do need to show it. Spent all morning unlocking the tiers on this ship and setting up all the powers, buttons and stuff, stations and that. Sure I could have done a better job, but I couldn't spend all day on it. A lot of engineering slots on this ship. Alright, let's begin. Loading Sunrise mission. A few cutscenes in this and quite a lot of talking, so it will be enjoyable to watch. It's a bit difficult as well in some points. Let's move in closer. So that looks really cool, doesn't it? I do have my graphics turned up high for this. I've got the rock and roll trait now. So, or specialization ability, I should say. Conduct scans. Initiating scan.
Getting swamped with solar radiation. Try reducing the gain on your sensors.
Narrow EM band.
Initial results don't make any sense. The star's core reactions are failing, but it still has so much mass that it should be conducting fusion. It's as if it suddenly decided that it was no longer going to do hydrogen fusion, just heavier fusion processes.
Well, that's strange, isn't it? Let's collect some stellar particles and see if we can find clues, more detailed analysis.
This kind of matter is ejected during corona events. We should be able to collect some with your ship's ram scopes if we head to one of the ejection zones.
Okay, we'll set up a pilot plot. We'll set up a plot of locations where we can take samples. Okay. Probably need all power to engines at this point. I'm using the Soul Defense kit on this. 2 of it's marked upgrade to Mark 13 and the shields are still on 12. Alright, collect stellar particles. I like the effect the engine does. It spits a bit. Well, that took a while.
Results are coming in now. This still isn't making any sense. It's as if the star's life cycle was suddenly accelerated somehow, but it never went through an expansion cycle. There's no good explanation for this yet. Maybe something else in the system caused it.
What if the phenomenon affected other bodies in the system as well?
If this is system-wide, we should find evidence of similar problems with nuclear and chemical reactions in the system's gaseous bodies. There's a large amount of gaseous stellar matter further from the star. We should have no trouble checking that hypothesis.
Alright, set a course for the next closest body in system. Setting a course, maximum impulse. This ship does look cool. It is the Enterprise B, after all, from the Generations movie.
This is very strange. Usually nebulae are massive clouds between star systems. Finding a micronebula in a system like this is quite rare. This may be the result of an event such as a cosmic string, shearing through a gas giant and turning it back into particulate matter. I'll need some more readings to know for certain.
Determine the best places to scan for information.
All the particulate matter will make your ship's sensors unreliable beyond a few kilometers, and shields will be offline. The best we'll be able to do is to check small areas until we get close to something unusual. We should head to where the deionized particle density is highest.
Switch to short-range scanners. Whoops. I think I passed it. Scanning. Anomalous. Okay. Keep searching. Uh-oh. Boulder in the way. Oops. Yep. Okay. Sample particles, anomalous particles. Readings indicate agitated particles. Readings an energy surge, possibly something. Polians, what are they doing here? Oh, look.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Oh, I don't have shields, that's right. Ooh, okay. More guy somewhere.
Data is coming in now. Nothing unusual coming in from the nebula, but those Tholian ships were quite far from home. Unfortunately, they can't give us answers. Looks like there's some heavy ionization on the far side of the nebula, though, as if it's receiving some kind of reflected radiation from one of the gas giants.
Set a course for the gas giant. Maximum impulse. Ooh, that's a nice cutscene. Ship looks pretty cool. This is a nice environment. There's a large asteroid ring around the gas giant. Blah, blah, blah. Helm, stand by for evasive maneuvers. Set a course. Okay, we've got to scan these metallic asteroids. And there'll be someone to shoot to. Scanning. Move to another asteroid. Scanning. Move to another one. Nothing to shoot. This time. Scanning metallic asteroid. Let's get closer to the gas giant. Okay. Okay, scanning. Alright, why didn't we pick up this outside the system? Any signs of starships or bases? Let's conduct more scans.
Greetings, unknown vessel. This is Administrator Kumar K. Please provide identification.
This is Admiral Tim of the USS Lotus. I represent the United Federation of Planets.
Welcome to Lucari. Visitors here are rare, but we're always gratified by the chance to meet and exchange information with travelers. I regret that you have arrived at a difficult time. You may have noticed that our home star has become unstable. I'm leading a project to try to reignite the star. Unfortunately, we've already suffered severe disruptions, and we have a lot of problems to tackle right now.
We noticed the problems with your star. We come to investigate why this is happening.
These problems started only recently, just a few days ago. Our astronomers noted a significant shift in the star's output, and now it looks like it's guttering and dying. If we can't solve this problem, it's the end of our species. I'm the project leader for our solar probe team. We're going to try to restart fusion with a quantum chromodynamic accretion burst, but honestly, this is a colossal problem, and it may be beyond us.
You've had visitors of other species?
Yes, we've previously had contact with the Zenkethi and the Ferengi. We've heard a bit about the Teferi and the Breen, but they haven't ever been to our system. Our home world provides for all of our raw material needs, along with a few mining outposts around the asteroids and the gas giant. We've never had a compelling need to engage in space exploration. And now that our sun is going out, we're scrambling everything we've got to see if we can find a solution or a way to evacuate at least a few of our people.
On behalf of the United Federation of Planets, I extend greetings and hope for peace and mutual prosperity between our people.
I am honored to have the chance to make first contact with your people. My people have had little contact with other species, but that could change if we discover that we have mutual goals and interests. Of course, if our star goes out, this will also be last contact.
My ship's part of a larger fleet. We have advanced technology and may be able to assist you.
We have a solar probe ready that contains the booster module that needs to be fired into the star. It's capable of warp 2. There's a problem, though. The probe's remote navigation systems don't work. All of the interference from the solar flaring and guttering is blocking the signal. Could your ship get a trajectory plot so that we could set a pre-programmed course?
Yeah, we'll look into it. We'll try to get our computer to do it. Okay. Adjust trajectories. Okay, so it's got to be 9850. So, right, another way. Okay, that matches. Now that's got to be 94, but it's 93. There you go, that matches. Yeah, that matches. Alright, so done adjusting for now. Display trajectory plot. Evaluation of first angle on second is good.
We're getting your telemetry now. I'll have my engineers prepare the probe. Let's see if this works. Nothing to worry about, just the future of my planet.
We'll hold position for you to launch the probe.
The probe's made it out of orbit. Engaging secondary boosters to head out of planetary range. It's gone to warp. The probe is arriving at the solar corona. Deploying chromodynamic boost. No effect. It didn't work.
Oh no.
But, well, that was our one shot. Thank you for trying to help. I'm not sure what to try next. Maybe we can evacuate a few people. I'm not going to give up. But the situation is grim. If your people can offer any other help, we would welcome it. But I just don't see a way to relocate 8 billion people in the next few hours.
Oh no. We are not necessarily out of solutions. We may still be able to find a way to reignite the star. Oh, someone's new vessel is entering the system. It's small, but we can't get a reading through its hull. Hail, new arrival.
My name is Cal Dano. Looks like I've arrived at the perfect time. I'm here to help with the problem with this star. I'm a scientist, and I have some specialized knowledge that can help.
Since we don't have any time to waste, I'll accept your offer of assistance.
With apologies for the interruption, this is my home star. My people are the ones at risk here. If you have some way to reverse this process, my people should be involved.
Agreed. Since no other solutions have presented themselves, we should at least hear him out.
All right, I'm willing to do so, but it will take me a little while to get a shuttle out there. As you might imagine, things are a little hectic over here right now.
Don't worry, we don't need a shuttle.
You won't be able to get a lock on my ship interior due to the subspace manifolds. I'll go ahead and bring you aboard.
Okay, ready for transport. Yep, sure. Accept that array team. Transporting over. That girl obviously didn't know about transporter technology. She thought she needed a shuttle.
Welcome aboard. I'm Cal Dano.
You moved me here without crossing the intervening space. You have quantum teleportation technology.
Yes, we call it a transporter. It has a limited range, but it's useful for going from surface to ship.
Impossible! This ship's interior is massive, even though it's no bigger than a shuttle.
My ship uses compactified subspace folds. It's bigger on the inside.
Right now, though, we have bigger issues on our hands, Doctor Who. Talk to Administrator.
This is all quite overwhelming. This Caldano person is another stranger from somewhere else. And you're here to help with our dying star?
Actually, the interior of this ship does actually also remind me of the latest sort of Doctor Who TARDIS interiors. Wow, silly Doctor Who-ish, isn't it? And I remember where this first was seen on Star Trek. It was an Enterprise episode where there was a tiny ship that was bigger on the inside. Anyhow, yes, we can come to investigate the star, and now we're involved. And yes, I am a big Doctor Who fan, obviously, by the way.
Oh. Yes, I suppose I can see how a star suddenly dying might attract someone's attention.
Normally, my people are explorers, and we would open diplomatic relations to engage in first contact, but this isn't a normal situation.
It's an odd coincidence. We'd probably never have met if it weren't for the trouble with the star. My people have never really had any desire to go exploring out there. We've sent a few probes and met a couple of neighbors, but we're happy at home, and we have what we need, so why risk it? I guess this crisis answers that question. The galaxy is bigger than us, and to survive, we need to look past just our home world.
The United Federation of Planets makes exploration and peaceful contact with new species one of its primary missions.
It sounds like you have a lot of experience in meeting other kinds of people. Maybe if we survive this, we can take the chance and learn more about each other, to talk about what we might have in common and what we have to offer.
Yep. I'm sure that my people will want to make your relations, your experiences here will make you a natural choice for participating in those discussions. I'm just quickly checking. Yeah, I thought there was, I know that is there. Is there something up here that isn't in there? No? Okay, sorry about that.
What can I do to help? My home is at risk. I want to do something, to be involved in solving this problem.
Stay with me, and you can study how we solve these problems. G'day, mate.
Welcome to my ship. Don't be alarmed. This vessel is from the 31st century, and it has some technology you may not recognize yet. I can assure you, though, that I'm here to help.
That explains why I wasn't able to scan through the ship's hull, or how you are able to have technology that can repair a dying star.
Correct. I'm associated with the temporal division of, well, let's just say that I'm an ally from the future, and I'm here to save the Lucari star.
So this involves changing the time stream? We've had enough of that recently.
No, I'm trying to prevent changes. Someone's tampered with this star. It's not supposed to die out here. The Lucari don't disappear today. At least not if we have any say in it. I have some technology that can help, but we'll need to rework it in order to repair the star's fusion processes. What I need you to do is to help me align this matrix to match the star's original spectrum.
Could you explain in more detail?
This matrix can adjust quantum induction fields, but restarting stellar processes isn't its normal use. This task should be simple. Go to each console and adjust the intensity of each color spectrum in the mix. When you have the right mix, the matrix on the center console should match the original color of the star.
Got it.
I'll regulate the device's main power state from this console.
Adjust blue spectrum. Cool. Okay. Adjusting red spectrum.
Sounds like whoever tried to destabilize the Lucari star has decided to come knocking. Let's see who. They're packing a real wallop. Shields just went down. We have incoming!
Weapons ready, prepare to repel bad guys.
What are those things?
Tholians! Keep them away. I need to finish these computations.
Flanking damage detected.
I have the device shielded in a force field, but I can't deploy it until these Tholians are out of the way. Shields are back online. They shouldn't be able to get any more boarding parties over.
Is that it? Where is that guy over there? Talk to Kyle Dano.
We've got a breather. Now I just have to charge the device and prepare it for use. In just a few minutes, it'll propagate a quantum wave shift that should correct the star's stalled fusion process. You should head back to your ship, and I'll send the administrator back home.
Okay, return to ship. Beam me up, Scotty. Or USS Lotus. Elise. Yes, the car company.
The device is charging. We're just a few minutes away from repairing the star.
Okay, standing by.
Give us the talks, mutant.
Warning, ship is under just one. Now the Tholians want my quantum phase inhibitor.
You will surrender the talks you have, or you will be destroyed.
Obviously, we can't let them happen. We just need a little more time to rejuvenate the star.
Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed.
Capacitor's full. Firing in 3 seconds. Activating the rejuvenator.
It's working. Look at the star. Check the spectral readings. The fusion process is reigniting, and it's returning to normal.
Readings are stabilizing. The shockwave should be barely noticeable by the Lagari.
Some of those ships have just arrived at our home system. They're attacking our homeworld. We don't have any way to repel starships like this. Please help us.
On our way.
Please, you have to stop them. We don't have any warships or space weapons.
Space weapons.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed.
Tholians have managed to get my ship in a web. I need your help.
Target shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
They've stolen my quantum phase inhibitor.
Oh no.
Target shields have failed.
No, get them.
Thanks for the save, but the Tholians managed to steal the Toxabuthon while they had my ship webbed. That must have been their plan all along. My data suggests the Tholians used a trilithium warhead to destabilize the star, but the amount of resources needed to build such a weapon makes it inefficient to say the least. No, I suspect somehow they knew I would come here to save this star, and I would bring the Toxuthot. Fortunately, the Lucari star is safe. However, nobody else will be, as long as the Tholians have that device. They could use it to snuff out or destabilize stars anywhere they want.
We'll have to get it back from them somehow. But that means we have to figure out their next target.
I have some thoughts on that, but I will need to do some calculations. These events, and the Toxuthot itself, are tied up in the temporal Cold War. The Tholians may not care, but by using the Toxuthot, they risk distorting the timeline by wiping out civilizations that are supposed to survive into the future, such as the Lucari. I'll be in touch. At least now the Lucari will have a promising future.
Cool, yes, there was another Star Trek Enterprise reference, one of my favorite series. Understood. Comprende-vous, ma capitaine.
Caldano is correct. You have preserved our future. My people will be forever grateful, not to mention my personal gratitude, of course. I think we have a bright future ahead of us, if you'll forgive my play on words. I am eager to see where it leads. Thank you once again.
My people will contact you again soon. We have many matters to discuss.
I wish I could ask you about your science, your trade, your society. But I suppose there will be time for all of that now that our crisis has been averted. Won't there?
First contact with another species is one of our important duties. Our initial meeting has shown promise for an exchange of culture and knowledge.
Oh, I think our friend the administrator here is going to need a ride home. Would you mind? If you'll pick her up and take her home, I'll start looking for more data about the Tholian's plans.
Okay, we'll rendezvous with you shortly. Transport administrator, beaming aboard. Now put it back to the planet.
I have collected an amazing amount of information about what happened to this star. Thank you for bringing me along. Once we're back in Allied space, I'll take a shuttle home.
Transport administrator home. Depart system. Seems first contact with the Klukari has gotten off to a reasonable start. Now that we have hope that when the Tholians show up again with the Tox Utat, we can stop them from doing anything disastrous. Alright, exit the system. Set a course. Warp us out of here, Lieutenant. Loading. Been pretty cool so far. Good to get back to exploration. Sounds like the developers have been listening to community feedback with this mission and been doing what other people have been asking them to do on other channels and other podcasts and stuff. Okay, so let's hail Starfleet Command.
A first contact is a significant event for the Federation. We will be glad to open a dialogue with the Lucari people. Unfortunately, the loss of the Tox Utat is troubling. We have some reports about this device from when Jean-Luc Picard encountered it on Risa in 2366. And obviously, we can't let the Tholians keep a piece of future technology that can destabilize stars. We'll have to deal with that later.
Indeed. Okay, collect rewards. Thank you, Admiral Quinn. Have to do that Lost and Found new Cardassian missions next time. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky. Or in the next few days. Alright, so that was it. And let's have a look at what we got. We got this quantum phase torpedo, which will be part of a space weapon set, which looks good. I might collect it and put it on one of my other ships. But I'm into anti-protons, so probably won't really use it. Anyway, yeah, some loot to sell, so you make a few dollars, and that was about it. Got a bit of dilithium, always good to get that. And I give the mission, probably a 9 out of 10. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for watching this episode of the Tim Borg Show. Please favorite, subscribe, thumbs up, share on Facebook and social media. Follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page. And most importantly, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Okay, and thumbs up the video and stay tuned for the next one. All right, ciao, Bella.